Hey everyone, I'm 17-year-old writer Noah Barfield, author of that incredible, amazing action fantasy novel Legendland, which is going to be out soon, so I've been trying to write updates as much as I can. Now, this is Weekly Inspirations, which means my job in Weekly Inspirations is to, inspire all of you. So, no pressure there. But this week, I've been incredibly inspired by magic. Magic. That thing that doesn't obey any of the laws of science, physics, or reality in general? Yes, been hugely inspired by that, and I hope to pass on some of that inspiration to all of you, and in turn get those gears turning and just have you super inspired and in love with magic. So, first off, I think you should ask yourself this question: what are the rules for your magic system? Do you have rules? I think it's good to have rules in the magic system because it might start out harmless. One magician might start out summoning, only a harmless invading giant army of walruses. But pretty soon it's going to spiral out of control and it will ultimately result in Armageddon for your fictional world. If that's what you want, that's fine, without having any limitations or rules or negative effects that happen. It's going to be tricky to keep a lid on it all. So, what are the rules for your magic system? What is magic in your story? Is it this pervasive energy force that flows in the entire universe that people can draw off of? If so, can they use their own bodies to do it, or do they have to have a conduit, such as a wand, to exercise that magical ability? If it's not this big cosmic force, is it more like ki, where it's done internally? If so, is that their life force, or is it replenished? How is it replenished? Or maybe it's magical energy that was stored in precious stones from an era long ago, so it's kind of like a finite source. Magic has a finite limit to it in that circumstance. Just decide, what is magic? What does magic affect? How does it affect things? So not only does that mean, what does it mean in relation to technology and non-magical things, but how does it affect the user? Are there any negative effects from magic? Like in Star Wars, whenever you use certain dark side powers of the dark side of the Force, that has a negative effect on the user's body after a prolonged period of time. How does that work with magic? How does someone use magic? Do they need to have incantations? Does it need to be audible, inaudible? Do they have certain gestures to go with it? Do they need ingredients for spells? Are they affected by the time, the sun, the moon, the stars, how wet the ground is beneath you, whether someone's screaming around you? What affects magic, and how is it done? Why can people use magic? Can everyone use magic? Is it hereditary? Is it activated at certain periods of time? Is it completely random? Does anyone else that's non-magical know about magic? That's not just by happenstance. If so, how do non-magic users relate to people who can use magic? Do they peaceably interchange and hang out with each other? Or is one more oppressed than the other? Or is magic secret? If so, is there a secret magical world that your main character is going to delve in? Is anyone exempt from the rules of magic? Is anyone or any object exempt? And if they are, how so? There are many, many important questions to ask yourself whenever you're creating a magic system, but ultimately, once you ask yourselves these questions, I think that, at least I do, get inspired by them and just love the creation process behind having your own unique system of magic, which really sets apart your story from everyone else's. And I think that's the goal in any sort of writing thing. Now, if you would like to contact me, please feel free and go ahead. If you have any questions or anything at all, you can contact me at my website, www.arc-storm.com, or just leave a comment below because I do my best to answer those as well. Now, I hope this has been inspirational. Please don't forget to subscribe. I love when you all subscribe. Now, thank you for watching. This has been Weekly Inspirations, and continue to enjoy.